Good evening to all of you. We have seen declaration definition. We have seen yesterday the difference between declaration and definition of a structure. If you can recall, I have sent you the source code yesterday itself. Structure body we have seen, size of structure we have seen. I have already told you that definition of a structure doesn't consume any space in the memory, right? When you declare a variable of structure, that variable needs a memory. Type def keyword we have seen in detail, I suppose. Features of structure, copying one variable to another variable we have seen. That is by direct copying, assigning one structure variable to another variable. At the same time, member-wise copying we have seen yesterday. Nesting of structure we have not seen. Passing a structure to function we have seen. So let's discuss one more concept, that is a nesting of a structure. All right. In the same program, we will discuss this so that one single program you can understand a lot of concepts. So I was talking about this thing, nesting of a structure. So a structure can have like all these are primitive data types, but structure can have a variable of another structure, right? So if I define like a structure, like suppose struct birthday or birth date, suppose birth date, and if I make this as a part of user defined data type, birth date, right? Suppose, but these are similar. I'll keep bd, right? Bd as a, no, it is a variable. So this is a structure definition. Right? Separate structure for birth date, because these are related with each other. Birth date, birth month, and birth year, right? So here I will create a variable of that structure. So it is there, birth date, suppose. So see here, this is a nesting of structure. So there is one structure, and its variable is created inside this structure. So structure variable is also a member of another structure that we call as the nesting. Right? Nesting of a structure. Right? So how to then access? We have to make all changes all the way everywhere. Or I will do one thing. I will write this separate program because we cannot compile that program. I will close this. So, You have to make it small. Okay, we'll create another project. Right. So there is this thing, and uh, two functions are there: print data and print info. We will take one function only. Where is that? Print data we will take. And let's make it simple. Type diff we have to do, right? Type diff. Have I copied type diff? No, so student is there, right? Type diff. We can make type diff like this. In the definition itself, we can type diff. Huh? Yesterday I didn't give you. This is additional information. We can define the structure along with type diff. Right? We can define the structure. So what is the syntax? Type diff struct and name of the structure right here at the end. So that this is automatic type diff. So structure will be recognized that birth date is the structure, right? And here we will apply the same thing, right? So that separate type diff is not required. After all, it is the separate program, so it will remain in your database. Control X. Okay. So this is good. Now, how to create the variable of? We are going to create a variable of student, right? So since it is type def, I can write C student. Suppose std. No, std is a keyword. So what I can give the name is suppose C. That's it. Right? I will give C1. Huh? Name of the variable. Now, how to in this? I have not taken the input, right? I have not shown you that how to take the input from the keyboard. So let's consider this that so that all concepts are cleared. I will write printf, right? Enter first name, then you can write percent %s. You can know. You cannot write ampersand first name because first name is a part of the structure C student. So you have to write C1 C1 dot, right? First name. That's it, right? And printf enter family name, put here something T or kind of that. So enter family name and then scanf %s and then c1 dot c1 dot family name, right? Uh, enter enter serial number there given. I'll enter okay serial number whatever. Right? Then scanf same thing here. Since family name, sorry, family name and first name. Here, since it is since first name and family name were string, so we have not attached the ampersand operator. Same rule as we have written programs in strings. But here, since serial number is the integer value, you have to write like ampersand c1 dot serial number, right? So that much care you need to take. That is the reason I wanted to show you this. Got an opportunity to teach you two concepts at a time. One is how to nesting of structure is done and how to access all those members at the time. At the same time, how to input the data. Right. So enter phone number. Right. Connect. Percent long end. So LT. Let's see whether it works or not. I don't know. Ampersand C1 dot phone number and then CT. So printf enter name of CT slash T scanf %s and then C1 dot CT. Right? I am teaching you sheer basics of structures. And now comes the birth date. Last time, no, three integer data types were there, but now there is a birth date. B is a structure variable inside student structure. So we have to write printf enter day of enter birthday day, right? And what I can write percent t and I will write ampersand because it is integer. Then C1, right? Dot, you got that B, right? Because B is name of the variable. B dot, you will get that B date, right? C1 dot B date. Now B date is a member of that structure variable B, which is a member of structure variable C1. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Similarly, I will copy paste this so that I don't waste a lot of time. So this is a enter birth month, uh, dot birth month, right? Birth year, right? Dot birth year. I can print that everything. So let's save some time. So first name is, what is that? C1, 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 right? And even same logic. So you have to write dot b dot b date. Right? C1 dot b, sorry, dot b dot b month. Right? C1 dot b dot birth year. Right? Return 0. Right? I hope everything is fine. I given some warnings. Yeah, yeah, I have not included those files. Can you see? I have not included files, right? But still it is giving warning, not error. So for C language, it is not mandatory, right, to include files. So now there are no zero warning, nothing is there. Have you seen this statement? I don't know whether it is visible, but code block gives you process terminated with status 0. That means program has compiled and executable file has been is ready with status 0, right? It tells you time as well, 0 minutes, how many seconds, like that, right? A lot of can be explored here. So first name, uh, suppose Tanmay, family name, day, serial number, suppose 1, phone number, suppose name of city, Hyderabad. I don't know if spelling wrong or right. Okay. Sorry for I have made some mistakes. And suppose 23, 5, and 1996, suppose. I don't know. Tanmay. Sorry if I have made some mistakes in entering the data. So This is how it works, right? So this is how you take the input from the keyboard, right? Tanmay, this is how we have seen that name, this thing, phone number, and everything is there, right? And it tells you execution time. It gives you a lot of no process return 0. It's giving you everything, right? 52.1629. Somebody has asked me, and you see, I closed that window using the mouse. It process terminated with status. Okay, so because it is the console window is uh, telling you to press any key to close that, but you have pressed that close the window, so it gives you something like status -10, some value is there. Let's check. Somebody has asked me what if I return 5. Okay, so suppose Abhi and think that Verma, somebody is there. Two phone number, something phone number, suppose Pune, then suppose something, some data. Process return 5. Okay, so I have seen this first time. I just thought of no, like you also. I keep playing along with the machine. Okay, so you have to then Google that, but no, you if you search on the Google, I mean the Google or like that, you get a variety of answers. Everybody gives you on his or her own understanding. So finding that authentic information is very difficult. What you can do is get information from variety of sources. Some of them will be authentic, some of them will be what authentic. Then you have to explore that. You have to apply your own mind, and you have to judge what might be happening inside the machine, and you have to make your own conclusion. So that is how learning usually takes place, right? And it gives you again proceed terminator by slash bio. Okay, so something is. Let's again compile that. Right. I don't know why that red marker is. I'm getting red marker. Okay. So I now enter some values like birth date. Now I'm not getting. Can you see that? So when I enter 5, it gave you some red mark here. When I close that window using mouse click, it gives you some red and some message. Okay, some erratic message. So you have to. What does it mean? You have to follow their guidelines. Right. That is very important. That is the conclusion I can draw. Right. If you have got any other thinking, then you can draw your own conclusion. That is good. Okay. Okay. Let's start one more program. Right. Small program so that I don't waste time too much time in entering the data and printf, scanf, this that, right? So like use them as an array, right? Now again, there can be an array of a structure. Definitely, why not? Because array of integers can be there, array of floats can be there. Why not array of structures? And Dennis Tichy made that facility, so you can create an array of structures. Right? Methodology is same, but still we will write small program. program to implement array of structure. So as per our uh, earlier understanding, as soon as file inclusion is there, we will and declare and define, right? So type def will start along with the type def keyword struct, then uh, name of this thing, what structure, right? I will write just int roll number and int marks. That's it, right? Small structure. And given again student as C student, right? Suppose we conducted a test, right? And three students appeared for the what I can say, I'll declare one more variable, char name, right? So I want to store. I conducted a test and three students appeared for the examination, that online test. I want to store these details. So how we can? I will directly create a, an array of a structure, right? C student uh, test info of how many? Number three, right? I will write int I, that is counter variable, and I will write for I equals 0. That all array rules and regulations and limitations will be here because it is just array of structure. That's it. So I less than or equal to 2 and I plus plus, right? I'll write printf enter roll number scanf. Then I can write uh, %d ampersand. What I can say, ampersand test, no, okay. Yeah, test info of I dot, right? Roll number. Then printf enter name slash t scanf percentage test info of I dot mean. Since it is a string, I have not attached the ampersand sign. And printf enter marks slash t scanf %d test info of I. So right here ampersand, right? Dot marks. Is that fine? I hope it is fine. If it is not fine, compiler will actually pinpoint our mistakes. Let's we'll call some function so that lot of things can be learned at a time. So I'll write one function where I can write. Here I will write void display struct. What struct? C student. But we are sending test info. Yeah. So it should be star. We're going to send the base address, right? Display. What I can send? Test info. Right? So I can write void display, then test info is an array of C student. So and test info is base address. So it should be struct, not struct, not required. It is type def. So C student, right? Star. I can give star. Suppose PTR. You can write int I for I equals 0, I less than or equal to 2, I plus plus printf percent is the first percent d, right? PTR arrow marks. Here I should be there, right? Here I dot marks. Because we are putting it inside the array. Send s PTR I dot room number. Okay, room number. Sequence is there, we will change that. Percent s, here it is dot and PTR of I dot name. This should be here. Put flash in here. IOD 10s and IOD. Let's see. I don't know. Whether it works or gives some mistakes, errors, this, that. Whole display. What is that? Okay. Enter roll number. Suppose 1, name Shalini, 32, 2, Richu, 28, 3, Shivaji, 11. So got that. So see how structure can be, no, if you write, we have written 2 or 3 programs, but I have tried to cover everything, that passing structure to the function, structure variable, structure pointer, array of structures, sending array to the function, sending array of structure to the function, no, everything that is there. So this is a basically record now. In a true sense, that is record. Like in Excel, there is a arrow, I mean a row, which contains variety kind of things, right? So this is a benefit of structure. Now, see here, this is one record, this is second record, this is third record, right? So this structure you can know add variety kind of things and make that one first record, second record, third record, like that, right? And data structure is application of, sorry, I bite my own tongue. Data structure is now application of this structure, right? So what in data structure, suppose there is a one roll number 1 Chalini 32, roll number 2 Richu 28. Suppose roll number of Shivaji was not 3, suppose roll number of Shivaji is 4, okay, and tomorrow suppose roll number having 3 submitted that answer sheet to me, right? Now I want to insert that, because right now it will be a 1 2 1 2 4, right? I want to insert that 3 into that, so that will help, which is a application of structure and data structure, that is a linked list. So in that linked list you can insert that roll number 3 before roll number 4, and records will appear in that fashion. If you want to delete something, you can delete that. You can add at the beginning, can add at the end. So all these, are incremental blocks. So, but to do that, you need to know the structure pointer, then function, array, everything you need to have a mastery over that, right? So that's it. We'll stop here. It is almost 8 o'clock.